In the beautiful country of Nepal, not far from the snowy peaks of Mount Everest, there lived a guinea pig named Sonam. But this story isn't about him. It's about his favorite cousin, Timothy, who was small, fluffy, and really wanted to try things no guinea pig had ever done before. Sonam's cozy home sat near a big mountain temple where golden rooftops shined in the sun, colorful flags danced in the wind, and rows of prayer wheels spun softly as people passed by. Timothy didn't live in the mountains, but he loved visiting. Sonam liked to nap in sunny windows and nibble on dried apple peels. He didn't care much for big trips, but Timothy dreamed of big ones. His biggest dream? To climb a mountain. Not just any mountain, the tallest mountain in the whole world, Mount Everest. The other animals laughed. "You're too tiny," said the yak, fixing his tiny reading glasses that kept sliding off his huge nose. "You'll freeze," squeaked the marmot, wrapped up in a fluffy yellow scarf twice his size. "You'll sneeze and tumble down," said the mountain goat, balancing a teacup on his horn, like it was completely normal. Timothy just smiled. "I may be small," he said, "but I have a big heart." So he packed a red backpack. He filled it with carrots, a warm hat, a red flag, and a spoon, just in case he needed to dig out of trouble. "Goodbye," he squeaked, and off he went. The journey was long and hard. First, Timothy followed rocky paths through small villages. Then came steep trails with loose stones. And after that, the real climb began. The higher he climbed, the colder the wind blew, and the quieter the world became. Then, the snow came. The wind howled. The sky turned white. The snow was so deep, he had to hop like a bunny just to move. "My paws are cold," whispered Timothy. "My whiskers are frozen." Maybe they were right. He curled up in a little snowball to stay warm for the night, wrapping his scarf tightly around his nose. He almost gave up. Then he saw something. A group of big, strong yaks was heading back down the mountain. They wore snow goggles, clanking gear belts, and carried giant backpacks stacked with ropes and supplies. They looked tired. They looked cold. They were shaking their heads. "It's too steep," one muttered. "It's too windy," said another. They were turning back. But next to them, Timothy spotted something else, a tiny hole in the snow. Too narrow for yak hooves, too twisty for big horns, but just right for a guinea pig. He took a deep breath. He wiggled in. He crawled through a tunnel made by the wind. He climbed by, grabbing frozen bumps in the tunnel wall, one paw at a time. He pulled himself up using his scarf, tying it like a little rope. And at last, he popped out at the top. Timothy stood on the very tip of Mount Everest. The clouds swirled below him. The stars sparkled above. He stuck his red flag in the snow and squeaked, "I did it." The sun peeked through the clouds. The wind danced around him. The whole world looked small, but Timothy felt big, brave, and bright, and feeling super happy. When he got back to Sonam's house, everyone came to greet him. "You really did it?" asked the mountain goat, now somehow balancing 2 teacups on his horns. "Yes," said Timothy. "The big ones turned back, but I kept going." Sonam was waiting too, holding a warm blanket and a big smile. "I saved you a slice of apple," he said. Timothy curled up beside him, tired and happy, and after one last nap, he packed his things and headed home. And from that day on, when snow falls on the town, the animals look up at the tallest mountain in the world, and they smile because they remember the fluffiest climber who ever made it to the top.